In this lesson, I just wanted to take a moment to show you how much you've learned in the last few lessons. So in lessons 13 through 22, we learned how to conjugate the verb travailler in all of its forms in the present tense. So if you know how to do that, this means that you know how to conjugate hundreds of verbs in French, hundreds of regular ER verbs. If you just remember one thing, and that is you have to remember these endings. You have to memorize the subject pronouns, and you have to know that in the present tense for regular ER verbs, these are the endings that go with each of these subject pronouns that are here. So if you know how to do that, then you can easily conjugate all of these verbs. And it means you can say, just with this one lesson alone, you can express many, many ideas. For example, first you have to learn a few infinitives. And I'm telling you, because they're on this list, these are all regular ER verbs in French, which means if you memorize this, then you can conjugate all of these verbs. You can put them in all their forms. So you can take the verb chanter, for example, and if you see this, the subject pronoun je and the infinitive chanter, it's a prompt, and I'm asking you to conjugate this. In other words, how do you say I sing? Well, that's very simple. If you know the process, remove the ER and replace it with the ending, which for je is E. You come up with je chante. Je chante means I sing. Let's try another one. If my subject is vous, and of course we're still dealing with the verb chanter, remember that the ending for vous is EZ. So you have vous chantez, you sing. Take another one, danser, to dance. Tu is my subject. So remember that the ending is ES. So you have tu danses, you dance. How about the verb jouer, to play? Je, how do you say I play? Je joue. Marcher is to walk, so il is the subject pronoun. How would you say they walk? Il marche. Remember ENT for il. Il marche. Okay. So this is the type of exercise that you normally do with the subject pronoun and the prompt. You normally do this in high school or really in college level French classes. So if you followed this lesson, this means you are empowered. You can work with these verbs, these regular ER verbs. So I'm going to come back to this in another lesson in the future. So remember, most importantly, let me run back to the beginning. Remember these endings. You absolutely have to memorize this. There's no way around it. Memorize these subject pronouns. Memorize these endings. These are the endings for regular ER verbs in the present tense. If you can do that, you're on the road to being able to communicate well in French. All right, in our next few lessons, we're going to take on a very important verb, one of the most important verbs in French. So to continue learning, click on the video that appears here on your screen. I'll see you soon. À bientôt.